Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to the channel as well if you're new. In this video we're going to do a full update technically, but we'll talk about some fundamentals as well. I mean, I won't go over everything you need to know. I mean, when we're talking about gold, there is a lot we can talk about, and that's definitely not what I want to do in this video. I want to keep it short and concise, 4 or 5 minutes, talk about everything you need to know, mainly about the price action that's expected from gold. So let's get right into it. And by the way, as well, if you're new to the channel, there's a free Telegram channel and Telegram chat room down in the description. If you want to have some analysis on the requests of stocks, metals, commodities, whatever, or if you're just interested in more updates regarding the markets, consider checking that out and joining. But for now, let's get right into gold. Now, gold has done incredibly well in the last couple of weeks, of course, also expected. I mean, to be fair, the breakout that we had was beautiful, first of all, but it was a little bit earlier than I expected. I mean, I've made videos back in July, early July, saying that, you know, I expect somewhere in 2025, I expect gold to break out. So that is what we did. I think it was mostly when we were, you know, when gold really broke out, it was mostly because of tension around bond yields, right? I mean, the US bond yields obviously have been quite volatile over the course of this year. So that creates uncertainty and that creates more demand, especially when I believe capital and money market funds, aka cash, was very, very high. But what that does is that, you know, money market funds are very often treasury bonds and bonds in general. So if there's tension with that, and not only in the United States, to be fair, I actually think bonds in the United States are pretty stable, but they have been quite volatile over the course of the year. But then you can also see that European bonds like UK, Germany, France, they're getting a little bit less stable. Bond yields are going up, the risk increases. So what you can see is that there is this massive amount of capital that's looking for places to put their money. Bonds get a little bit more risky, then it goes to other assets such as gold. All right, and then we also, I mean, yesterday we had a bit of geopolitical tension in the Middle East. I don't think that matters a lot, but ultimately, you know, geopolitical tensions in the world and polarization is increasing, right? So that does have some sort of an effect on this. And then major investors and capital holders look at gold, they look at the geopolitical situation, and I think, you know, I might as well buy some gold. That is why we broke out. We have some very high volume in this move as well. We're still getting great fills right here of imbalances we leave. So short term, I still think we're going higher. Now, the main price target I always had for gold was this level right here between 3,720 and 3,820. That is still my price target. All right. And I think you should be ready for some sort of a deeper pullback as well. The main level I'm looking at for a pullback is this level right here at 3,500 and 3,460. I think the likelihood of the price dropping down into this level is quite high, especially if we get some sort of de-escalation somewhere, which is always a possibility. I think this is the main level. So like I said, 3,500 and a little bit below. I think that's the main area where you can scale into gold again, because I do think this is a real breakout, and I don't think we're going to fall back down into this range down here. But ultimately, my main price target for simplicity, let's say 3,770, which is the middle of that area, is still there, and I do expect major resistance there. So if you're looking for a short-term target to sell gold, I would sell it personally, and that's not financial advice, but I would personally sell it in that area between 3,720 and 3,820. And if you want to scale into gold, I would wait for a deeper pullback. I mean, if you go back in time, gold always pulls back, right? So it always grants a possibility to enter later. Although obviously the best entry was when I made the first video in July. But those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on gold at this point of time. That's what I think you need to know on gold at this point of time. If you're in a trade, if you're holding, if you want to sell, if you want to buy some more. So hopefully it helps. If you're interested in more gold updates, I cover gold weekly, I think, at this point of time. So consider subscribing. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and bye.